Okay, okay, okay. We're gonna start. Just waiting for Allison to come back. Let me see. Let me do one more thing. Updates. We are doing this. The recording has begun. Welcome to the Spoonful. Woohoo! I'm here. She wants to be hidden from the screen. Hold on a second. Hide non-video participants. There we go. I'm going to make this big. All right. We're going to do this one more time. Welcome to the Spoonful. And I get to have Dr. Renee Eleanor Rodriguez all to myself. And I love it. Hello, beautiful. Come off mute. Please let them hear you.
Well, hi there.
Well, hi there. Thank you so much for saying yes to being here with me today. I'm so excited to have you here. So
Well,
let me,
thank you. My
yeah,
pleasure.
let me tell everybody what this is for folks not in the know. So, welcome to the Spoonful. It's my weekly show where I get the opportunity to highlight a member from the Beautifully Fed Collective and find out, get deeper into who they are, what they do what they do, who their ideal, seriously, who their ideal clients are, how we can work with them, and what support they might need from the community so that we can deliver that. And today we have the Dr. Renee, as we call her. And so the Spoonful is our place where we get to slow down, take some time with one another, because usually when we're on our Zoom and Blooms, we're, got to get to the next thing and we're busy working or doing whatever it is that we're doing. And here we get to really just like dig into the conversation. So I'm super excited and I'm really kind of glad that it's just me and you. And so. I'm your host, Karen Joseph, and who I have with me is my very special Dr. Eleanor Renee Rodriguez, or do Dr. Renee Eleanor Rodriguez. It's
Eleanor Renee.
Eleanor,
But
that's right.
only time
Eleanor
I
is the
use
first name.
Eleanor is if it's on a check.
So Dr. Renee is what you
Thank you.
call her, people, Dr. Renee. And or unless the checks are coming, checks. We welcome the checks.
Mhm.
And she is a special friend of mine, but she's also one of the co-authors on the book that we're in together, which is a #1 Amazon bestseller, and it's called You Can Overcome Anything. I know, right? You can overcome anything when you refuse to give up. And I had a chance, well, I'm going to let Dr. Renee introduce herself to you all. So go, Dr. Renee.
Well, thank you, Karen, for the invitation. I am Eleanor Renee Rodriguez, affectionately called Dr. Renee. No Eleanor, except for as she stated, unless it's written on a check. I am a purpose pusher. Say that one 3 times. Why a purpose pusher? Because, like Karen mentioned with our #1 bestseller, my chapter is From Pain to Purpose. And it describes 2 instances that were not the most comfortable positions to be in, and one of it which took 37 years for me to get beyond. And I wrote about that. And I'm excited to share that information with you, particularly the method that I use of FETCO. And I'll
Yes.
explain that to you in a bit. And the 5 Ps, which helped me get from where I was to where I am today.
I love it. I love it. I love it. And that's the conversation that we're here for today. We're here to talk about how Dr. Renee helps people transform their pain into purpose and
Mm-hmm.
how really to get to that. And I know you talked in the book, you talked about your process, how it took you 37 years to get to a therapist to help you, uncover a lot of that trauma and heal from it. And before you actually worked with a therapist, you were, as a child, you were finding your own methods to
Mm-hmm.
heal and figure out. Welcome, Allison. We're in conversation with Dr. Renee.
Thank
And
you.
glad you're here, my love. And I know we taught you and I talked briefly about what often happens when you share your trauma and the pain that you started from. And often what happens is people attach to that pain, they remember it for themselves. And they see
Mm-hmm.
you as a vessel to come to and like kind of unload on and that can be really triggering. And so I don't want and also it's not you went through your pains, you can find your purpose, and your purpose is to actually help others find their joy and create
Right.
purpose, right? And
Right.
so I want this conversation to focus on that piece, on the joy piece, on the how you help people focus. So Betco, like let's
Mm-hmm.
get into Betco, what that's all about, and how you came up with that, and how you support people.
Thank you.
You're so welcome.
Petco. I want you to think about Petco for your pets, but FETCO is for you, your friends, and your family. And the letters stand for F for fun. That means if you plan to heal, you're going to have fun doing it because you're not going to be enjoying something that's dreadful. So F for fun. E is for easy. It can be
Hmm.
challenging, but after you get into the flow of things, it becomes easy. And they always use Michael Jordan as the example of
Okay.
it looking like it's easy, but it took practice.
Mm.
T
Mm.
is for transformational, not traditional, but transformational. That means you have to go from where you were to a different place for you to feel success.
Mm.
The C is for cooperative. You cannot heal by yourself. Just
Mm.
like we have communities that we are members of, for example, the co-working space, we get so much done when we're working together. Oops.
What
We get so much done when we're working together as opposed to working by ourselves. That's the same way with healing.
Mm.
Work with someone. I don't care if it's a therapist, a coach, a friend, a neighbor, a clergy. Someone has to have that C in place. So it's for cooperative or
Mm.
cooperation. And the O is for ongoing. We can listen to this for an hour. We can listen to it for 2 hours. But the O stands for ongoing, which means you cannot just do it one time and say, oh, I'm
Yeah.
cured. Nope, because even after years, in fact, when I finally went to therapy to get help
Yeah.
for my challenge, I was 37.
Okay.
Literally a year and 2 months, 3 months from now, it will be half of my entire life.
Mm. Wow.
My goal is to use FETCO, fun, easy, transformational, cooperative, and ongoing as a way to
Mm.
make certain you put that method in place for you to get from one spot to the other.
Mm. So tell us, how do you use FETCO in your daily life and in your coaching?
Oh my goodness.
And even before that, like how did you get to FETCO? How do you go from, the experiences that you've had, the trauma that you've dealt with, the ways that you've had to cope and survive to forming FETCO? That's what I'm most curious about. How do we
It
get
was the
there?
strangest thing. After all the years of trying to get it right for myself to get beyond the pain. And then, of course, sometimes it rears its ugly head, but then I have FETCO in place and the 5 Ps for me to re register myself and get back on track. I
Hmm.
came up with it because I'm not going to do something that's not fun.
Honey.
So that's the first letter.
And when I read that in the book, what you said was fun is not a luxury.
No, it is
It's
not.
honey, it's a survival mechanism.
Absolutely, it is.
And I love that because for me also, and I don't know if it's because of my ADHD coping mechanisms or whatever, but I know for me, if it's not fun, I'm not doing it. It's just not going to happen. And I've got to enjoy the process. Not to say that all of life is it's a dance and a game and everything is fun, but no, but if I'm like pursuing something, there's got to be some joy attached to it. And so I love that you said that it's a survival mechanism. Tell me more about
Absolutely.
that.
Well, how many times have you been in a position where you thought you had to do something, but you know that it was going to be dredging,
It was gonna be what?
a dredge on you.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
It was going to be a drag.
Yeah.
So what I do is I might be one of the most positive people, you know, but then I know how to get negative on occasion. So I put the fun part in place because I know if you enjoy it, you're going to do it. And if you enjoy it and you're going to do it over and over and over, which leads you to the next letter, the E. It will become easy as a result of it.
Mm, yes, facts, facts. That is it. That's it. Repetition. You
A
have and
repetition.
to
In
want
fact,
to repeat something again and again, there's got to be some level of fun or joy attached to it for me. And from what I'm hearing from you, it's not just for me or for other people with ADHD, like for anybody to really do
absolutely.
something, find a way, right, to attach fun or joy to a thing.
If it's not, then you're just going through it by default. Okay,
Yeah,
I got this done. I got that done. I got that done. Okay, it's done. But what did you get out of it?
and why? Hmm. Okay, go. They call you the purpose pusher. What?
Yes.
How did you get that name?
Gentle pushing. But as I mentioned, that it took me 37 years for me to decide to not use what I used in the past to get me through stuff.
Mhm.
So I want people to be able to get beyond where they are
Hmm.
and not take half their life.
Hmm.
So I gently push, and I give them the tools in order for them to move beyond where they are because we already know that where we are is not focused on our purpose. And that's
Hmm.
where the 5 Ps came from. The 5 Ps is the process that I use to get me from the old patterns. And the 5 Ps, I'll tell you those
Yeah, please.
right away. It's patterns, practice,
Mhm.
patience,
Mhm.
peace,
Mm.
and purpose.
Mm.
So we have all these old practices that we do. And I want everybody to think about one practice that you know is not moving you towards your purpose. Just think of one. You can write it down so you can eliminate it soon. One
Mm.
pattern that you have
I know
that
my.
you know is doing you no good. Okay. You got it.
Procrastination.
Procrastination. Good deal. Thank you for sharing, Allison. And
I'll share mine. I don't
okay.
know if people know it, but it's called trichotillomania. And it's a form of procrastination for me, but what it is when you pull your hair out, like literally pull hair out. And I will do that and have done that for hours at a time. And I do it when I get overwhelmed, feeling stuck about a thing and not sure and have a lot of things to do, especially. and then I'll just stop doing anything because I don't know where to begin. And then the pulling happens, and they call it trick. And I've been
Yep.
dealing with that since the age of what, 8, 9? Yeah,
And if we don't change that pattern, I have a cousin that does that as well.
yeah,
Just beautiful soul. But when she gets in this space, then all of this is gone by the
yeah,
time she gets out of the space. And
honey.
she recognizes. So I helped her with using the 5 P's by saying, identify the pattern.
Okay.
The second P is to practice a new pattern. You
Ooh.
know, we mentioned repetition earlier.
Yeah.
Instead of this, if it's clicking an ink pen, whatever it is, because it's going to
Ah,
do something with your hand.
yeah. Yeah. It's got to be something digital.
And
Something.
then think of something that's going to be productive as opposed to just getting on somebody's nerve clicking a pen.
No,
Um,
I love.
so the second P is practice. But the
Hmm.
challenge is we've been through so much already. The third P is patience. Be patient with yourself. If this happened for 37 years, I can't say, Renee, you're going to change this behavior today.
Hmm.
Not tomorrow,
Yeah.
not yesterday, but today.
Yeah.
I have to say, well, I've had too much practice with the other stuff,
Uh,
but I
hmm.
have to be patient with myself in order for me to move beyond that point.
I love that reframe. It's not about blaming. It's not about making yourself wrong.
So
Saying you had a lot of practice doing it the other way. And to be fair, the other way was a way that we learned to cope when we were younger. We had no
it would
other
be a
way.
coping skill.
It was a coping skill that we developed and that worked at that time. And now we just have to develop a new one. And
Absolutely.
so telling ourselves that it's something that worked then and that we practiced it for a very long time. That's why we're so damn good at it. And so allow ourselves to learn this new method, this new practice, and give ourselves
Right.
time to learn it.
So identify the new practice and change the behavior.
That
And
is gentle pushing. That's very gentle and forgiving. I love
thank
that.
you. Thank you.
Thank
And
you.
after you do the patience, then you can start saying, you can
Ah,
breathe. And
yeah.
the only way you can be peaceful is if you begin to breathe. And
Mm,
that's the next P.
mm, mm.
If we're practicing old patterns, how are we getting to peace?
I love
We
it.
can't get to peace. It goes patterns, practice a new one, uh, be patient with myself, and then peace. If you're
Mm.
not patient with yourself, you're not going to be peaceful. You can say, oh, I'm peaceful. Who you fooling?
Nobody.
Nobody. So then we have peace, and the last P is purpose. And that's
Mm,
our ultimate goal. Everybody's here for a reason. Everybody has a purpose. We have to identify it. And my goal with people that I work with is to focus, a
mm.
laser focus on your purpose.
Yeah.
So I know mine is to make certain that children don't end up in a position that I was in as a 4-year old
Mm.
and do something about it in order to help them have a better life through
Right?
the adults that teach them and other stakeholders who are responsible for them.
Oh my gosh, I came across, I want to know if you've seen this. I think it was on TikTok. Somebody sent me a video of a woman, I think she was Jamaican. There's an accent, there's a Caribbean accent in there. I can't remember it right now. But she's telling children, she's basically teaching them a song about
Mhm.
don't touch my private parts.
Oh, I saw
Touch
that.
my, yeah, oh my gosh. And like, and not just singing the song, he is screaming the song at them and having them yell out, do not touch my private, and like touching them and saying, mine, 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 do not touch. And I teared up watching this because it was like making sure the children like feel that level of safety and knowing that they can scream and let the world know that that is not okay when it happens to them. And starting
Absolutely.
young, oh my gosh, powerful.
It makes me think about an example that I gave previously
Yeah.
in a talk, and that was in our community, we have a tendency to say, what goes on in this house
Okay.
stays in this house.
That is dangerous.
So you hold on to stuff because the adult said it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's how it becomes a pattern. Oh, I'm not saying that. Oh, I'm not telling. And after a few years, you say, who's going to believe me?
Right.
You
Right.
said when it happened, oh, don't you tell nobody because ain't nobody going to believe you. They're going to believe you over me. I don't think so. Keep it
Mm,
to yourself.
mm. And as a child,
So
you
that
believe
has to shift that
that.
pattern to a pattern that's more comfortable and respectful of the people who are in those positions. Just
Yeah.
like the example that you gave with the video, don't touch my private parts. Well, don't tell me not to say that you touch my private parts.
Exactly. No, part of the song is, I'm gonna tell my teacher, I'm gonna tell my mother, I'm gonna tell my father, I'm telling everybody about this. And it's so beautiful. That's starting to shift. Like my hope at least is that that begins to shift the narrative because we've got to protect. We give a lot of lip service to protecting the children, right? Like we say the children are our future, we got to protect them. But what are we actually doing in our households, in our conversations? Like, this is what needs to be said. We've got to
Well,
believe
I'm saying
that.
it at the top of the rooftop. I'm not going to jump off or
Yes, you
nothing, but you're
are,
going to hear me anywhere I go. I'm going to talk about saving the children through
honey.
the adults that deal with them. And
Yeah,
everybody is a
everybody.
stakeholder, from
We
school
are.
board members, teachers, principals, administrators, decision makers. I don't
Yeah.
care who it is. You're going to
Mm,
affect children some kind of way. When I
mm.
was in education, specifically in the school districts, I would say things and people say, "Oh no, you're picking on me. I only have 3 years to retire." No, let's do some math. 3 years times 30 children a year, that's 90
Mm.
students I will allow you to destroy if I
Wow.
allow you to keep teaching, as you call it, but it's
Wow.
actually talking as
Mm,
opposed to teaching. So I have to do my part. So everybody has to do their part. I don't care who they are.
mm, mm. I love that. Okay, let's get back to FETCO. I think I interrupted you after we did
No problem.
F, we did E, because it's gotta be fun, it's gotta be easy, and the ease comes from the repetition of it. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and then
T is transformational.
that's right.
Tradition stuff is not happening.
Mm.
That's like I saw a post today that asked, do you remember writing, I will not talk, I will not talk, I will not talk?
Yep. Yes, I had to do
Ends
that
up
a
being
lot.
will,
Yep.
not. What did I learn from that experience? Nothing.
Nothing.
So if the discipline back then was writing that on the board, what is the discipline now?
I don't
So
know.
traditional forms
What is it?
versus transform forms. And then when you have children that we have now, we don't have Leave It to Beaver. We
Mm,
don't have Dick and Sally or
mm,
Sally and Jane or whoever those people were that we read about. We have to make certain that we use, I'm going to say it, culturally responsive teaching practices.
oh,
If I
definitely.
come to you with a certain number of experiences and you try to teach me something that I've never been exposed to, does it mean I'm illiterate? Because you say, Karen, I want you to circle the picture of the bag.
The picture of the
The bag
bag.
is appropriate in some areas. Well,
Mm,
I'm looking at a picture and it looked like a sack to me,
that's not a bag because a bag is a purse.
but then
And
I flunked
ah,
because I didn't have the experience of a sack
got it.
or a bag or
Mm,
whatever the regional things are. So you have to teach children based on what they come with as opposed to things that you think are traditional. Oh, we've been doing it this way for a long time. So,
mm.
and how is that working for you? So it
And
has to be transformed.
tell me what how transformational, I guess, coaching works. Like when you're working
Mhm.
with a client, how do you cover the transformational aspect? What does that look
You
like?
have to make certain that you look at the P's,
Okay.
particularly the patterns.
Mm,
What are you doing now? Or like the song Janet Jackson says, what have you done for me lately? What are you doing now that's not allowing you to go where you want to go, which is transformational, in
mm-hmm.
order to make a difference? If you're
Mm,
still doing the same old traditional stuff, you're going to get the same old traditional stuff,
mm.
but it's not
Right.
working.
Right. Right.
So
So
transformational has to go from the old pattern after you allow practice in order for them to be patient with themselves,
yeah.
in order to be peaceful, be able to get it done. And then, of course, then you can meet your purpose.
And something I know people like who are looking at this for the first time might see a conflict with is the idea that we know, because we both been in this book about resilience, right? And written
Mhm.
about our stories, that transformation is not an easy process,
No,
rarely. And that transformation, is how growth is created. We grow through our transformation, right? That is growth. And that oftentimes it is painful. And sometimes we stop our own transformation because of the pain and the discomfort associated with it, because it'll be easier to just do the old patterns. So,
absolutely.
is there a technique, strategy, or anything that you employ with your coaching clients, given that you recognize one of the biggest tenets of this process is fun, to help them get through that? Or do you just tell them like just trust me and deal with it and there's
No,
something on the other
no.
side?
You can trust me, but you're gonna have to get more than that.
Yeah, so what is it?
I use reflection a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and the book of me, as an example, that I contributed to, has questions like, "When you're in this situation, what do you do?
Mm,
When you're in this situation, what do you do?
okay.
What things do you like the most about yourself?" So then we have conversations about those things that you've written.
I love it. I love it because that self-reflection, that putting them into a space where they're actually loving on themselves in a sense,
Absolutely.
and remembering who they are is a place of power.
Absolutely. So
Yeah.
we have to get them to think. Where are you
Mm,
right now? That's back to the patterns piece. That pattern
mm,
is the thing that you have to really get through. Because if
honey.
they stuck on the patterns, 9 times out of 10, they're not going to get to peace
Mm,
or purpose. They'll be on automatic pilot
honey. And stuck. Completely
completely.
stuck.
And that's the best word that folk come up with. Oh, I've been stuck for 37 years. Well, ain't nobody going to be stuck that long but me. Because I'm going to be
Yeah.
responsible for helping people. That's why I'm gently
Yeah.
pushing, gently pushing. You can't stay there.
And lovingly pushing and
Of
love.
course, we got to have the
Okay.
love.
So the next one is C, and this is one of my favorite ones too. Is that connection? Community? What do you call that?
Cooperative.
Co-op.
That
That's
means we cannot do
yeah.
it by
You
ourselves.
cannot. We're not meant to. We're not
No,
meant to
no.
like that.
The only time we come by ourselves is when we get here, unless we're twin or triplet or quadruplet. But after that, you're going to need your mama as soon as you get out.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to need your teacher as soon as you get there.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to need your mentor as soon as you get there. You're not going to do it by yourself. And if you do, it's going to be a struggle.
It's gonna be sure.
But
It's
there's
also
a saying that says, if you want to go,
if you want to go far, if you want to go fast, go alone.
yes,
If you want to go far, go together.
there you go.
And it's African proverb. And I'm part of a group called the Diva Network. And
Hmm.
the founder of that group, Adore, loves to say, she acknowledges that proverb and says that she likes to remind us that if we want to go fast and far, we can go together, depending on the group of people you align yourself with. Because with some people, you can go far and faster because of
Hmm.
what you've aligned with. So it's
Absolutely.
and I see that with that particular group. Yeah, it's really powerful. But yeah,
So
something about
cooperative.
community, cooperativity, that is so critical. So critical. I love it. And it's everything you say, it feels like it reminds me of like why I started the Beautifully Fed Collective and Zoom and Bloom and why it works, like why it works for me particularly, and I think also why it works for the people there. It's that
Absolutely.
it allows people to work together and be with one another and support one another and not do it by yourself. And that's also what makes it fun
There
for
you go.
me, like
So
co-working
we're
by
doing
myself.
FETCO
Honey, FETCO. All right, there's the last, what's the last letter for
ongoing.
that part?
So
Consistency
thank you.
is all
There
about,
are 5 teaching and learning patterns of African Americans and other students of color.
okay.
And one of those patterns is repetition.
Mm,
So it's ritual. We have to do
mm,
something over and over and over and over and over. Repetition.
hmm.
Rappers have this down pat. They do.
Oh yeah.
They say one thing, they say it again, and they say it again, and then they do what James Brown does: take it to the bridge, and then say it again, and say it again, and say it again. So
Yes.
repetition is essential. Ritual, rhythm, repetition, recitation. Talk about it.
Talk about it. Talk
Talk
about it.
about it.
Talk about
So that means we call it the dozens.
Okay.
And we get real good with that.
Wait, the dozens isn't the dozens where we're like making fun of one another and saying the
You
joke?
absolutely are. But then think of another example. That's the negative side. But another
Okay,
example,
what's the other one?
some parents today will
Mm,
have their children go to church 3 weeks before Easter.
okay.
Something in our DNA tells us that we need to recite something in front of a people. So recitation. So I don't care if that child gets up there and says, Jesus wept. Oh, that's my baby. That's my baby. Because it's in us. That's one
Yeah.
of the teaching and learning patterns, recitation,
Ah,
ritual, rhythm,
mm,
repetition, recitation. The last one is relationships. That's
mm,
that C in FETCO.
mm. I love it.
So you asked earlier, how did I come up with FETCO? I
Yeah.
know that those are the teaching patterns, but they apply to adults as well.
Hmm.
So though each of those pieces are in FETCO one way or the other.
Mm, I really love it. Um, all right. So I have a question for you. Out when a client first begins to work with you, what
Mm-hmm.
is the first thing? Do you have them do FETCO like in that order, or what is the first thing you do with them, and what is it dependent upon? How do you choose? Where do you start?
The first thing I do is I think about and find out about them personally
Yeah.
and what their goals are and what they've tried in the past and
Mhm.
what things they think might work for them. Because some people already know what they know is going to work, they
Yeah.
just haven't done it. So that's
Right.
where the coach piece comes in. I
Yeah.
help move them towards what they know they want and what they know will work for them, but they just haven't done it.
Got you. And when they say they have no idea, like I met a woman the other day that I told you I want to introduce her to you because she was
Mm-hmm.
like, I know that what I'm doing is not it, but I do
Mm-hmm.
not know what it is. And so what would you say to a person who might be watching who's also like, I don't even have a purpose. I have no purpose. I'm just working.
Oh my, oh my, that's a curse word.
Yeah.
I have no purpose.
Mm,
I know you didn't come here just to suck up air.
mm, mm,
I know you didn't come here just to suck up air.
mm.
So that means we have to dig deep. What is it that you like to do? And then if you don't know what that is, what have other people recognized you for?
Ah,
That's a big one because they'll
yeah.
give credit to other people for
Yeah.
recognizing something in them, but they won't give the credit to themselves. So that means we
Yeah.
have to work on that self esteem piece.
Yeah.
We have to
We've
see
all
where
done
they
that.
are in all of those categories. And then we start developing a plan. But a reflection is going to be a lot of it because you
That's
have to
so
look at what it is that you're thinking and doing in order to move you beyond where you are right now.
true. I love everything about that. I love that so much, particularly because sometimes it doesn't even matter how accomplished you are. Some of the most accomplished Black women will still be like, "Oh, I need to get another credential. I need this other degree. Or when I do this, then I will do that." And continuing to chase after a thing, feeling like they gotta, fill this void and have this thing before they can, when they're more than enough. They have everything they need. They are divine,
Absolutely.
you know?
Absolutely. More than enough. But then we have this if then scenario. If I do this, then
Right,
this might happen. Well,
right.
if you did that, it might happen. But if you did something else that you knew was more appropriate, it might happen too. So we
Mhm.
have to shift from our patterns back to patterns to what is it that we're going to have to do in order for us to get it right this time around.
That part, that part. Wow, I love it. Anything else you want to share?
Yes, I'd like to ask Allison if she can tell me what FETCO or the 5 P's are because I got teaching in my blood
Yes, you do.
and I need to know that my
You're paying
message was
attention.
received.
Miss, I was taking notes. So FETCO is fun, easy, transformational, cooperative, and ongoing.
Thank you very much. Which of those
Yeah,
pieces do you think you have to work on the most?
good student.
The transformational part and the cooperative. I think those two, the fun, the easy, the ongoing,
Mm-hmm.
I have those independently.
Mm,
However, getting the change that I want,
Mhm.
it's coming. That I think is even stronger than the cooperative.
Mhm.
And I would say between Zoom and Bloom and another group, I've joined 3 groups. All of them have the similar um, theme and
Yeah.
relational
Mhm.
atmosphere as Zoom and Bloom.
Mhm.
Oh yeah? What's that?
It so I have been gravitating because I want that cooperative environment. I am the pedestal for everybody else to come and get their healing.
Mm,
You know,
right.
like you mentioned, therapy. I've done the therapy. It's
Mhm.
so funny that this conversation is taking place today because I literally just wrote an article for one of the groups that I'm in, and it
Mhm.
and I spoke about I felt unheard, you know,
Mhm.
everybody, friends, family, coworkers, strangers. I would always listen, I'll always try to solve their problems.
Mhm.
And then when I was going through the roughest time of my life, I realized, hold up, I let people know what's going on. Nobody picks up the phone and say, "Do you have something to say?"
Mm,
Because I'm here to listen.
mm,
And even if they did it, they were distracted.
yeah.
Mhm.
They were doing things. So, but I tend to sit and give you focus. Like you guys, I'm talking and you focus,
Yeah.
Mhm.
you know, and that's how it should be. 'Cause
Oh, is that what you're
Girl,
talking about?
girl.
you know, so
Different.
So I'd like to
yeah.
invite you to write a note to yourself about something that you're going to work on of the letters that you said that you still need to work on. So
Okay.
asterisk or something, so you'll come back to it, and then know that you need to develop a plan for yourself, so you'd be able to be more cooperative or be in more cooperative groups.
Mm,
Yeah, yeah. Well, I have found 3 groups.
mhm.
Two
Mm-hmm.
of them I'm very happy with so far. This one is the number one. The Zoom and Bloom is the number one because I
Yeah.
know that if I need to pop in, and I know this wouldn't always be this way, but because we all are busy, I can't be present as I would like to be, but I do make it known that even when I'm not in the room, I'm casting the energy to the room
You are.
because the room has created this safe place
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
for me to come and grow.
Absolutely. You
You
Mm,
know
know,
that
I
it's
didn't even,
available.
it's so funny. I didn't realize, I didn't think about it. Karen was like, Zoom and Bloom is closed because we're doing this. And I'm like, oh, well, I was coming into work, tap, and I'm here.
now I'm coming to
Thank
this.
you for coming.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I love
So
it.
And I'm
are you
happy I did.
familiar with can you share with us the 5 P's, or should I quiz Karen?
Oh, no, no, I wrote them down, miss.
Okay.
Ah, good.
Pattern, practice, patience, peace, and purpose.
And
Mm,
Uh,
as I asked before, which one do you think you have to work on the most?
mm,
Probably pattern
yeah,
because I like practicing and I'm giving myself more patience. Peace, I know what that is.
honey.
Don't
That's
disturb
it.
it.
For real, at all
I
costs.
don't, I'm not disturbing it. And I ain't
Good
trying
for
to
you.
disturb yours either. And my purpose,
Mm,
I live it. I live it.
yes.
I am so contented in life in what I
Mm,
do.
Great.
Does it, is it disturbing sometimes, or I should say uncomfortable? Yes,
yes.
it is. But it's not where I want to get
Yeah.
distracted from it,
Hmm. Good
Because
you
for
it's
know?
you.
purpose. It's
Hmm.
it's driving you. It's driving you.
It is. It is. And the clearer I get,
Hmm.
and how I can be nourished so I can nourish others with it.
That's it.
I
Mm.
can't sleep. I want to get up and do things associated with it.
I love
Right.
it. Oh,
Well, I want to tell you one of the things that motivated me and still motivates me.
go.
Um, and y'all getting ready to hear it. Karen has heard it before. That my favorite uncle, who recently passed away,
Mm,
was
Sorry about
asked,
that.
and everybody calls him Unc.
unk.
Unc, what do you do for your longevity? What's the secret? And he has one of those old school voices. And he said, well, and laughs while he's talking, well, when you wake up, you get up. Don't just lay there. Get up and do something. So that is in my head every morning if I decide I want to lay there for a couple more minutes.
Mm,
You can't do it if you have that in your head. And then
true.
I've added get up with a purpose. I mean,
Mm,
don't just get up and drag around and piddle paddle and do things by default, but get up with a purpose. What am I going to do today? What are my intentions for this day? What am I, at the end of the day, am I going to
mm,
say, job well done? Or I'm going to say, oh, it's Wednesday finally,
mm. Hump
clicking
day.
off the days. Oh, and those people that say, oh, it's finally Friday. Well,
Yeah.
oh man, it's Monday. Well, does the day change
No,
what you are expected to do to move towards your purpose?
no. Every
You
day is
can't take
an
two of the
opportunity.
days out of the week, the anchors, the Monday and the Friday, and say, well, I'm not going to do anything on those days. So you only have 5 days literally to move towards your purpose when there's something that you're supposed to do every day.
And you get to do every day. Every
Mm-hmm.
moment you're breathing, you get another opportunity. And what's funny is I knew the story you were going to tell before you told the story because
I
the
saw you start grinning as
yeah,
soon as I said it.
no, before you said it, as Allison was talking, I was like, that reminds me of your uncle because your
Oh,
uncle
okay.
uncle is in
Thank
my
you.
head now when I wake up. Like, when
Yeah,
I like,
when
don't
you
just
wake
lay
up,
there, get up.
just get up. I mean, easy,
Just
right?
like that. I love, I hear it. I hear it.
Oh, I do too all the time.
Thank you, Unc. Thank you, Unc, for that gift. And yeah,
And
that is,
Ankh is speaking from the grave
honey.
because I have been working on getting up instead of just laying down.
Mm,
And that brings us a warm, energetic
right?
expression when
Mm,
you told that story. So I'm clinging to it.
yes.
I'll have a future story with you guys on
Good deal.
my patterns, my
Yeah,
new patterns.
There you go. So when you
definitely.
wake up, what you gonna do?
Get up with purpose.
Yeah.
Thank you. Don't
Just
just
lay
lay
there.
there.
Just lay
Mm-mm.
there. What you mean,
Get
Unc?
up and do something.
Mhm.
I
Powerful.
included that in the book, and that's the foundation of it. Where sometimes I say, man, I sure don't feel like getting up.
Yeah.
Well,
Get up anyway.
he said, Nene, in my head.
Yeah, that's what
Nene, get
I
up. And I start laughing. And after I start laughing, I can't keep laying there. It's gonna wake you up if you say it in his voice.
I love that. He's
Mhm.
with you, and now he's with us. That is beautiful. Oh my gosh. It also reminds me something that works for me when I do have tough days and do just want to lay in bed. Um, when I'm trying to like get out of that, a pattern that helps me get out of it is to write down the night before what are my goals for the next day and what am I
Mm,
looking forward to. So when I've woken up and I'm thinking, oh, wait, what are we looking forward to? Like, what are the plans? Like, what's going to excite me today? And you think about
mhm.
that, and then you remember, Unc, don't just lay there. What you gonna do? And you get up and you
Get
go.
up.
So linking the two, like having a moment of reflection in the evening where you're also looking at your calendar, you're seeing what you're excited about. If you don't have anything you're excited about, put something on there. Right, Dr. Renee? Add something fun. Make sure you're inserting something that gets you up and excited for the next day and do that. A reward for something that you've already completed or are about to complete. Um,
Right. So the fun part of me walking every morning is
That.
seeing the
Oh,
moon. What?
no, I'm so glad you got into that because I didn't get to tell the people. One of the joys of my morning every morning is getting to wake up with you. We start at 6:15 and Dr. Renee is already in the room before I've joined it. So there's that. And she's walking, she's outside, no matter what, outside or in the garage with her hula hoop.
Yeah. Gotta do something. Keep it moving. Put
Trying to
one foot in
keep
front of
it.
the other.
Oh, I love it. And sometimes she sends me pictures of the moon that's still out from
Oh
the,
yeah.
yeah, gorgeous. And then the sun rising. And what's also cool about your walks, I haven't seen you on a swing lately, but sometimes she passes by a swing set and she'll actually get on the swing and be swinging. It's like, wait, what is this movement? Oh, I'm on a swing. Of course.
Oh, what are you doing?
Of course.
Oh, on camera, of course.
And then I sent the post out to people. I was like, come swing with us. And then I realized I've got friends that might take that differently, but it's
Mhm,
not that.
mhm.
It's not that kind of party. No. So yeah, it's different swing. But still super fun. Still super fun. Oh wow, this is so amazing. You know what we're gonna do before we close out? So I want folks to experience what we do inside of Zoom and Bloom, typically in the mornings, but I want to bring this to every time we close out a session, particularly with new people inside of Zoom and Bloom. So for the uninitiated, Zoom and Bloom is an online co-working space where we're on from 6:15 in the morning until basically I go to sleep. And so we're on sometimes till 11 o'clock, sometimes beyond. And throughout the day, though, we set time increments to work, typically 25 minutes or a 50-minute time. And people will come on during the time. If a timer is already on, they will wait with us till the time goes off, and then we will introduce ourselves and do another round. And so, what we've done in the morning with you, Dr. Renee, is we do affirmations after a session ends, and it's a really beautiful practice. And I started doing it because that's how I do my morning ritual. But I like the idea of doing it whenever we end the session, particularly when new people are in the room. It gives them a chance to like get present to who they are and the power that they have, and it's just a beautiful practice. So I want to show people what we're talking about and do it with you all here because we do it with you too, Allison, and your voice is so amazing. So let's show people what I am is all about. I am who I say I am. And so we set a timer for 30 seconds. Let me do it and go around the room and we share our I am. I will go first. I know Dr. Renee always goes first, but I'm gonna give you a break and start it off. 30. Yes. Start. I am the voice of health and wellness. I am divinely led. I am beautifully made. I am safe. I'm protected. I am loved. I am passionate about the people in my life. I am committed to doing what I said I would do when I said I will do it. I am beautifully fed, and I'm so happy that you all are in my community.
Yes,
And
you
we say,
are.
yes, you are.
I love
Yeah.
that. I love that. And then I choose somebody to go next. And Allison, why don't you go?
Okay. I am a child of God.
Mhm.
I am abundance. I am service. I am peace. I am purpose. I am love. I am resourceful. I am in the moment.
Mm.
I am generational.
Yes, you are.
Yes, you
Yes,
are.
I am.
Are. Okay, ready, Dr. Renee?
Yes. I am a purpose pusher. I am resilient. I am respectful. I am loved. I am loving. I am
You go.
peaceful. I am brilliant. I am magnificent. I am comfortable with myself. I am a child of God and all that other good stuff in a bag of chips.
Yes, you are.
Thank you. No salt and no oil.
You're right, that kind of chips. Absolutely. I brought
Yes.
my hula hoop out just because it's Dr. Renee. Do you have yours? I had meant to do like because before when I lived at Dad's house, I used to always do my hula, and I would do my hula while I did my affirmations. I would hula and say my affirmations, but I forgot I had it. Plus, I don't really feel like spinning, but I couldn't resist.
I am magnificent. I am brilliant.
You're not gonna be able to see me spin.
Yeah.
She's spinning. Let me see. It's been a minute. Watch me knock everything down the hill. Oh, look at me.
Oh, she got the hip thing going on in there. All right now.
Wow, it's been a minute. I still got it.
So this, Allison, is the F on FETCO, and F stands for what?
Fun.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
That's what I'm talking about. Oh my God, this was so beautiful. Thank you for saying yes, Dr. Renee. Thank you for saying yes. You're amazing.
You're certainly welcome. My pleasure.
Special to me. And Allison, thank you for coming. Thanks for being here.
Of
So,
course.
you ready to get back to Zoom and Bloom?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I will see you there.
Okay.
Bye, you guys.
See ya. Thank you.
Welcome. Thank you. Oh, wait. Dr. You didn't tell people, how do people find you? How do they work with you?
Well, they're gone now. No. Okay.
It's recorded.
My website is A Time for Peace, which is actually the title of a book and a workbook that I've written.
Okay.
But I have to get you to spell the word peace right, or you'll find all kinds of stuff. So
Okay.
I'll need you to participate using one of the 5 teaching and learning patterns, which is rhythmic. So you spell peace by saying PEAC3E. Okay? PEAC3E. And the reason why it's PEAC3E is because it stands for Propensity in Education with an Academic Curriculum Centered on Culture and Equity. See here the 3 C's? PEAC3E.
So it's 3 C's. Got
Absolutely.
it.
Curriculum Centered on Culture.
Love it. Spell it right.
So it's A Time for Peace, PEAC3E. And my email address is 12, as in December.
Okay.
The name I go by, Renee, RENEE, 1670.
Okay.
So that means December 16th, my birthday, I'll be 73. And I set up that email when I was 70. So 12, Renee, 1670.
70. Got it. Okay.
And the telephone number is
at gmail.com or at what?
at gmail.com. I finally gave up on AOL.
Yeah, look at you. Woo, yay, Gmail. Welcome. Welcome to it. All right, what about, no, you also do socials, Instagram, LinkedIn, where do people find you? Because aren't you doing your walk and talk? YouTube, where's that?
Eleanor Renee Rodriguez.
Okay. On
anything and everybody.
Really?
I believe so.
LinkedIn, Instagram,
Facebook.
TikTok, Facebook.
Haven't done TikTok yet. I'm waiting for somebody to help me with that one.
I'm sure it's just a matter of time.
And then I'd like for you to mark your calendars for November the 1st, because I will have From Pain to Purpose 21-day challenge.
Okay. I want to play.
Which is an audio.
Ooh.
And you work independently that has reflections and guidance on the 5 P's.
I love that.
Thank you.
Mwah. Thank you, darling.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Have a good one.
You too, honey.